Hi, I'm Mario Rivero. I'm a student from CEUM, and this is part of my exam for the subject Advanced English. During this video, I'm going to speak about three different sections. These are one grammatical topic, vocabulary, phrasal verbs, and some word examples. And without further ado, let's begin with the first topic, which is inversions. So we use inversions in several situations in English, and each situation, each structure that involves inversions is used in a formal way when we want to make emphasis. So we got inversions when we put the verb before the subject, as we usually do in questions, for example. A normal sentence would be, I am happy. But if we want to make it into a question, we have to change the order. Instead of I am, we change the verb am before the subject I, followed by the complement and the question mark, of course. Now we have am I happy, right? This is inversion, but not too fast. Of course, we use inversion in questions, but we also use inversions in other cases. We can use it with negative adverbs or adverb phrases at the beginning of the sentence. Let's check the following example. I have seldom seen such a beautiful landscape. In this type of inversions, we move the adverb at the beginning because we're emphasizing it, and then change the order of the verb and subject. The complement or the rest of the sentence remain the same. So we're basically making our sentence sound surprising. We can also use inversions in conditionals with had, were, and should. So when it comes to conditionals, it comes to if sentences. And the if word is going to disappear when we invert the sentence. For example, in the conditional, if I had been at the restaurant on time, my boss wouldn't have been mad. We substitute if for had, followed by the subject I, and then the complement or the rest of the sentence. Now, let's jump into some vocabulary, starting with my first word, which is oath. This is a noun, and its meaning is a promise, specifically a solemn promise. So, if you take your father's car, you may have to swear a solemn oath that you will bring the car, that you will bring it back unarmed. Act. We have tact when we talk carefully in order to avoid offense or hurting anyone's feeling. So nowadays, politicians seem to have tact. Shriek. A shriek is a high-pitched, piercing cry. Its use is specifically related with expressions of terror, expressions of pain or excitement. So with a collective shriek, people began to celebrate. Frigid. This is an adjective and means extremely cold, applying to both temperatures and personalities. We can use it to describe both freezing weather and someone's behavior. So the frigid night air gave me some relief. Or we can say, she waved me back with a frigid expression. Enormous. This is something that is extraordinarily large in size, amount, power, or degree. So when something is very big, it can be called enormous. Vanish. This literally means to disappear, but it covers all kinds of disappearing acts, from the disappearance of an object or a person. So I vanish from school once the last bell rings. Scars. It means restricted in quantity, and we use this word when we want to say that something is hard to find or practically missing. It can be also um, used when someone is elusive, for example. So every time I ask my nephew to wash the dishes, he makes himself scarce. In this case, it means that he vanished when he's asked to do something unpleasant. And visible. This means obvious to the eye. If you're describing something as visible, you're saying that you can see it with your eyes. So micro animals are not visible to the naked eyes. Now let's see other words, but not simple words. This one, for example, we know to get means to obtain something, but if we add another word, as in to get together, it changes its meaning. And if we change it as in to get by, we have another meaning. These are called phrasal verbs. These are made up of two or three words. We have the main verb plus an article, which may be an adverb or a preposition, or both article and preposition. Let's look at two examples with the same verb. If we add the word around, to get around, its meaning will be to deal successfully with something, but its meaning can also be to persuade someone to do something. So I can say there are many ways to get around with mental illnesses, or I try to get around them, but they refuse. See? Now, if we add over with to get something over with, its meaning will be to do and complete something difficult or unpleasant that must be done. If we get something over with, we experience the end or something. So we can say the ballet teacher had to get the choreography over with before theater rehearsals. So basically, we're saying that the teacher had to finish the choreography, right? And now I'm going to show you a short text as an example where we can find all the previous information. Lola, did you finish cooking? Not yet. I have to finish this enormous amount of orders, but I'm running out of baking soda, and I'm afraid it's scarce in supermarkets. Wow, Lola, never had I seen such an amount of orders. I know, and I'm really doing my best. I made an oath to all my clients, so sorry, and I also must make money. At least you're a polite person with a sensible tact. So you can apologize your clients and tell them that you won't finish on time. Anyways, should you require a helping hand, don't hesitate on telling me, okay? My goodness, you're my rescuer. I was about to shriek before you came. Of course, I need your help. All right, let's get started. And as you can see, these are the words I used for vocabulary. These sentences I used are inverted. I used inversion on them. And I also wrote down two collocations: doing my best, to do your best, and make money. And that's it. Thank you.